Hey, Shauna K here. I'm going to show you some techniques on editing maternity photos. We have hazy photos and direct sun in this gallery. We also have some direct sun photos and a little bit of in between. So we got several different lights we're looking at. In this image right here, I already put these through Lightroom and made some adjustments, as you can see. Try to kind of bring the background in a little bit more. And this is what it looked like when I pulled it out of Lightroom. We're playing with the colors right now. Since I live on the Emerald Coast, we're gonna make this water look more green, but I wanted to show you some different portrait settings. So first, let's go through and change our water back to what is more the natural color for the water here. Let's see, that's gonna be under. Let's go back to masking, background, water surface. Okay, so under water surface, we're gonna take it and not make it so blue and see how our color looks. Okay, now our color is a lot more just authentic of what it actually is. I am gonna make it a little bit more blue, but not a ton. And pull our contrast back down, because in this image I'm not actually trying to focus a ton on the background. I just want it to obviously be photographed on the beach. So we're going to pull these down a little bit, and that looks pretty good. Now the next thing we're going to do is go over to portraits. As I've showed you in some other videos, the portrait settings have so many amazing things you can do. And I did want to show you up close though. I have the freckle and acne setting on here, and right now that's actually taking away freckles on her arms. So I want to go ahead and remove that. And we're going to also go through the body blemishes and take that down for a second so we can pull those back in. Okay, now that we have her actual freckles all pulled back in, because I don't want to take that away, we're going to go through and soften the stretch marks on belly. Now your client may say, no, I want to keep all my stretch marks. Those are my battle scars. That's totally awesome. But if a mama goes, no, I really would like it to be really clean, we're going to move this slider and see how it works. Look at that. Okay, so see, now we have a very nice smooth belly. You can go farther if you want 100%, or you can kind of do a little like half and half on this. It just helps create that soft look on mama's bump. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is just check hair, which I think I already have my settings. Okay, so look at this. So her hair here, we had messed it up and played with it during the session, and I told her, don't worry, because I can perfect all of those flyaways perfectly in place. I don't have any that I need to play with except for this one right here, right on her chest. So we're going to take that one out with our little healing tool. There we go. And as you can see, like, it kind of messed up this a little bit. So I always take the clone tool and kind of play back to make sure that everything looks perfect. There we go. Okay. So our image looks good. We have one more thing that I'm going to pull, which is just a little bitty dot. And I know I'm kind of particular, but it's just me. My editing is very, very precise. And that's something that clients love when they hire me, because they don't have to worry about anything. So we're going to take this little bitty dot right here and clean that up. Now we are done. Okay. There we go. Image is ready. Now, on this image, if I wanted to, because there actually was a ton of bright sun, but it had went behind these foggy clouds. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and take this image and put a sky in the background. So to do that, we're going to come down to the background changer and go to background adjustments and sky replacement. I'm going to come over to some of these that are like a very soft color. Okay, so this is a soft color, and as you can tell, it added like a tone to the whole image. This is not exactly the color I want in this image. I want it to be warmer, but look, that's actually really beautiful. Okay, so we could do something like that one right there, or we could have something a little bit bolder. I wouldn't pick that one. That one has birds in it, but it doesn't look right. We could pick this one that has some of the pink tones to it, or even go up. Those are in my backdrops, but we could go to the recommended, the sunset skies. and we could pull like a more orange color in and play with it from there. So you have options, and that's what I want you to know. Like this right here is gorgeous. Like you have options of what you can do. And if you play with one and you go, okay, I love that. I really like how this looks. I like this one has a rainbow. If you have a rainbow baby mama, that would be a beautiful one to put in. So these right here are already in Evoto, which I really love. It gives you some options to play with. You can see it's kind of right here on her hair. It's kind of doing some funky things right there. But you can play around with those if you want to. Okay, so this right here, actually, this one might be my favorite because it adds some color in, but it's not too much. It pulls the color from the sand here into the color up here. So we're gonna take this. You can play with the opacity, and down here, the human and scenery adjustment is what you want if you want to take the color off of the individual, like your subject, or off the background. So right now it's at 50%. Let me show you if I pull it all the way down, it's going to take and remove that color from the sky that's reflecting onto the water. So you have that, and you also have the water reflection. So see how it's actually a little more contrasted, but if I play with it, it's going to change that. It just depends on how much you want it to be. Okay, we're gonna pull saturation up a little bit, turn down our brightness, because in my images, I want the subject to really pop. And so sometimes I will darken the background and lighten the subject so that they pop off the page. Okay, so this is a very soft, warm, romantic feel for a maternity image. I think it's ready to go. So we're gonna copy these settings. We're gonna say we want to copy everything. And then we're gonna paste it to this image right here. And let me show you how fast it does it. Okay, give it a couple of seconds, because if I was going back through and doing all that on its own, it would be a lot of time. Okay, we are right under 15 seconds is how long it took to do that. Okay, that was fantastic. And as you can tell here, so one of the things that I do is I have a double chin slider, which is great because most moms, when they're expecting, almost every mom has some kind of swelling that shows up in her jawline and in her face and arms, as well as other places. And this mom is 31 weeks. So I always like to take and soften the jawline, create shadows where there are naturally shadows. It makes moms feel a lot more confident without altering how they actually look drastically, because I don't want moms to look at my images and look at their images when they get them and be like, oh my goodness, it doesn't look like me. I want them to feel like, wow, I look amazing, I feel amazing, I am beautiful and gorgeous, and I want them to feel how beautiful their motherhood is. So I hope that this helped. We're gonna put this on one more image just to see what it looks like with a full-length image. So we're gonna come right over here. We've got two different ones right here. Let's do this one with her smiling, because she was so cute. And again, she has never posed before for maternity portraits. This is a brand new thing for her. And I plan to actually take this image and extend the background so that I can get a different look. Look how beautiful that is. It's very warm. And so in this image, we're actually gonna brighten it a little bit because I feel like we need a little bit higher exposure to make sure that it's not underexposed. But this image to me is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna take and extend the image in Canva. I'm not Canva, but in Photoshop, so that I can take and create more of a thirds look in this image, since I was just shooting directly in the middle. Okay, there we go. So you can see there's the before, there's the after. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please follow the rest of my videos so that you can see more Evoto tutorials, speed up your workflow, and just make your life easier.